Yo, what's good, world? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Gio. Back with another one, man. This stuff here is just too interesting with the Diddy stuff, man. This girl, this woman, Allie Carter. I think that's her name, yeah, Allie Carter. She's talking about all the kid scenarios, the scenarios she's been in. I mean, it's just too much information. Like, I have to show y'all everything that's going on. She's calling out names: Tyler Perry, Oprah. I mean, she's calling out some big names that's part of this shindig that they have. And she's mentioning about how they rent these people out and the kids as well. And they basically, you're like a test drive at a car dealership, like she mentioned, until until they want to rent you out, like an auction type thing where they, have the highest bidder. And it's crazy, man. Like, she talking about the tunnels. She talking about how people's coming after her. She's putting it all out there, and she's saying everyone's on the tapes, like your boy Ross. They're allegedly saying, this is all allegedly, entertainment purposes only too. So it's giving y'all what's already out. They saying that JayZ went to every single party. Jason Lee, he was putting it out on blast. I mean, he's not playing. It's too much stuff that they got going on. It's too many people involved. Allie Carter was talking about Will Smith. Just all of them. Rick Ross. I mean, Khaled. All the big names. Kevin Hart. That's why he left. They talking about Lenny Kravitz, man. I'm like, man. It's all the big people, man. All the big dogs and a lot of the small dogs, because those are the ones that's getting brought in. It's a lot of information I'm about to give y'all, and I'm not about to spoil it. I know y'all want to check the content out. I know y'all don't want to see me, but I just want to make my presence on here, and just wanted to thank y'all once again, for tuning in, checking me out, keeping tabs on me, talking to me in the comments. Y'all be able to talk to me on the live. Like I mentioned, I'm going to have a live set. I think this Friday or Saturday. So y'all check that out. The live will be either this Friday or Saturday. So y'all check that out and let me know what y'all think. And moving forward, we'll work on different topics and things and go from there. Let's do it, man. This is devastating information, man. One of the lawyers, he said he got so much information that he would put out that would blow everybody's mind. He got all the tapes. He got so much footage. He said he's putting it out. And I think he's blackmailing them too, because he's offering pay to keep the material. So the big dogs, they probably gonna be getting those tapes and paying him really well, so he won't bring that out, and they just talking about the tunnels. They talking about, the oil, what's really in the oil. They saying that it was supposed to be liquid guyana or some stuff that's gonna make you pass out and have memory loss and all types of things. They saying that, you can't drink. Well, you can't go in the party without drinking. If you can't drink, you can't get in the party. So you gotta take the boom boom juice. And it's just so many allegations, man. So much information that's done came out, about Diddy. And I will say this one thing before I close shop. These rumors been going around for so long, and I've said this before, but nobody cared to think about that. They wanted to go to that party. They knew it was going to be some crazy off the wall stuff or some rules to abide by. They still wanted to go to these parties. They thought they wouldn't come up off of a bag. I'm going to meet some celebrity there, or if I rock with Diddy, do whatever he say, I'm going to get that bag. Because if that was the case, those parties would have never even worked. none of this stuff would have been put together. Don't get me wrong, stuff been floating around, since early 2000s or the 90s, whatever, some weirdo stuff. But these people knew what was going on, so you could say they victims, but they went there. They wanted to be there. Some of them, the ones that was forced and stuff like that, the SA, whatever, that's different. The trafficking stuff, that's different. But for the people that was free willed and they just went to that party and thought they would come up on the bag, didn't get that bag, now they're trying to come out. So, I mean, you put 2 and 2 together. I mean, come on now. You can't just put it all completely on him. And it wasn't just him controlling it. It's the other executives. Yes, he's an executive, but his big dogs, his gatekeepers, how Orlando Brown said, the gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying? That set the whole thing up and sponsor the stuff as well and sponsor him. So it ain't just him. That's why he blackmailed everybody. He said, if I'm going to take the rap, everybody's coming down with me, and y'all willingly participated in it. Y'all wanted to have the success and the entertainment world, so y'all was willing to do whatever. So now y'all being quiet. Y'all need to hold my man Diddy down. And I ain't gonna say it's like my dude, I worship, nothing like, no. Back in the day, we used to all look at Diddy, how he was doing his thing, man. And he's a big dog in the hip hop industry, man. And y'all just can't put all the blame on him. When y'all was attending, y'all was enjoying, everybody was having a good time. And when things didn't go certain people's ways, then y'all come forward. Like Cassie, yeah, she deserved that. Jaguar Wright, I could say a 50-50, because she could have left. Or she didn't get the bag she wanted to. I'm not saying what they did was right to her. Of course not. She have every, right to voice her opinion. But for some of y'all, man, they said Bow Wow said it ain't jumping out here no more. Without him. He missed the parties, he missed Diddy. I mean, he brought up with Diddy since he was just able to walk, with Jermaine Dupri. So, I'm gonna keep this short and simple, man. I know I done went a little longer than normal, but yeah, man, y'all gotta check this stuff out, man, and let me know what y'all think. Drop in the comments, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Appreciate all the love and support, man. Appreciate y'all getting this channel to where it's at now, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and we're gonna keep going up. We're gonna run it up, so run them subscribes up, man, so we can go ahead and get hyped up, get everything jumping even quicker, man. Appreciate y'all, man. To the next one, I'm out.
Made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is right now. That's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake. Drake is my friend.
So we've got a major update on the Diddy situation, and it's a messy one. Diddy's former bodyguard, Big Joe, just dropped a bombshell claiming that none other than Jay Prince is the mastermind behind a whole new wave of lawsuits about to rain down on Diddy. And it's not just a handful of lawsuits. It's 120 new plaintiffs coming forward, and they're all represented by a Houston lawyer, Tony Busby.
We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims.
The entertainment world is buzzing with controversy once again, and this time it's a scandal that reaches deep into hip-hop royalty. Sean Diddy Combs finds himself in the eye of a legal storm with over 120 new plaintiffs lining up to sue him. But the real shocker, according to Big Joe, Diddy's former bodyguard, it's none other than industry heavyweight Jay Prince who's allegedly pulling the strings behind this massive legal attack. So grab your popcorn because this story is about to get wild. The Diddy-Drake drama, a bruise that never healed. Let's rewind to 2014. It's DJ Khaled's birthday bash at Club Live in Miami, and what should have been a night of celebration quickly turned sour. Word on the street? Diddy slapped Drake. Yes, you read that right. The altercation allegedly stemmed from a beat Drake used in his hit track 0 to 100, a beat Diddy claims was his. Although Drake walked away without retaliating, the hip-hop world was left in shock. While the incident seemed to blow over in public, insiders have long suggested that Drake never really forgave Diddy. And in the background, J. Prince, a mentor and father figure to Drake, wasn't about to let it slide either. Fast forward to 2024, and Big Joe now claims that J. Prince has been waiting for his moment to strike. A new legal nightmare. 120 plaintiffs. But this isn't just about old beef. According to Big Joe, J. Prince has been quietly orchestrating the latest round of legal troubles for Diddy, and it's a doozy. Houston lawyer Tony Busby, who made headlines representing women in the Deshaun Watson lawsuits, has signed on to represent 120 individuals alleging misconduct against Diddy. These claims aren't just minor scuffles, they're serious accusations of sexual assault and other horrific acts, some dating back over 2 decades. To make matters even more disturbing, many of the plaintiffs were minors at the time of the alleged incidents. Is this J. Prince's revenge for that infamous slap, or is there more beneath the surface? The plot thickens. Did J. Prince set Diddy up? Big Joe's bombshell claim suggests that this entire wave of lawsuits is part of J. Prince's master plan to take Diddy down. After all, J. Prince has a history of going to great lengths to protect Drake and settle old scores. If Big Joe is to be believed, this isn't just about Drake or a stolen beat anymore. It's about a long, simmering feud and a carefully crafted strategy to bring Diddy to his knees.
JayZ wearing Biggie's chain while recording was a ritual.
That wasn't a process. I think it was like more like a little, for lack of better terms, a little ritual. I know he'll always, when he was working on his albums, he would wear Biggie chain, his Cuban with the Jesus piece. JL rocked that. He wasn't getting no cut neither until he finished the album. Other than that little ritual right there, that thing he did, Jay ain't had no process.
I ain't know that, man. So when he'll work on an album, he'll wear a chain that he got from Big and he wouldn't get a cut.
Yeah, he'll wear a big personal chain. That was Biggie chain.
Wow.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
It's sort of like a preemptive moral strike. Those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happens?
Well, I think if Trump wins, we can do some house cleaning and shed light on things.
But Diddy has hit on me at Steve Rifkin's house. Everybody at the house was gay, but I didn't know it until I really paid attention and looked around at my surroundings. I'm like, oh shit. I went to Steve Rifkin's house.
Right.
It was after a BET Awards, we went to an after party.
Right.
After party, we run into Diddy, and Diddy tells us to come meet him he tells them, not me. He tells Kim and them, yo, come meet me at Steve Rifkin's house. And we all go over to Steve Rifkin's house. And while we there was another executive that had been making passes at me a lot in the entertainment industry. He shows up.
For context, what does that look like? Because they're not gonna be that bold, are they?
What do you mean?
Is it like, you know how if you shoot a shot at a woman, it could be either very direct or very subtle?
Trying to grab a nigga nuts, but you know when someone is attracted to you, male, female.
Okay.
I don't give a f*** is a dog and he humping on your leg.
Right.
You know the motherfucker horny. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So obvious, you know what I'm saying? Especially in hindsight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that lifestyle exists within the industry, right?
We've heard it, and
it's a fact, brother. It's a fact. From sports players, singers, actors, comedians, white, black, Asian, it don't matter. At this stage in my life, I'm more mature than to punch a nigga in his face, right? So you just ignore it, and you kind of give him the look like, nah. And giving that nigga the look made him just look hard and made me put my head down. Cause he got 5 niggas standing around him. They like the whole booty mob and right? And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? I would grab Hillary by her shirt and I drag her ass outside. Like, yo, this nigga over here hitting on me. Like, yo, don't bring me to nothing like this. And then when I'm not gonna name all the people that was there, and I talked about this before, but I'm not gonna do that, right? But everybody that was there was either gay or secretly gay or bisexual. But right now, from what I know now, and I say, they all get down like that, right? Because all these 75%, 85% of these people that's in the industry that's popular.
Check out Allie Carter's latest live. She says that the newest arrest is due to Rock the Nation.
There's ways that this is about to go. I think a lot of you guys are everybody is like, we're ready. We're ready until it's happening. And then everybody's like, well, I wasn't ready. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that. There's no other way to get ready. There's no other way to prepare. There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today, I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, interstate transportation for profit. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Win a music conference, people. Yes, the party has begun. If you're not on your way down here, get on your way down here. If you're on your way down here, I will be here waiting for you. I have a special party announcement. Special party.
The FBI has dropped a bombshell, releasing the names of black rappers allegedly involved in Diddy's freak-offs after reviewing footage from the raid on Diddy's homes. For years, rumors have swirled around Diddler and his alleged boy toys. Well, now that Diddy is locked up and ready to rat on any and everyone, we finally might be able to know who all these DL rappers that Diddy was sleeping around with. And you won't believe that first name that popped up, none other than Rick Ross. You remember that wild clip floating around of Diddy and Rick Ross washing cars with some slippery soap?
Like the slippery soap. Thank you. Yo, I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, yo, just stay tuned to see Diddy and Rose wash the car. You never know Diddy got on Carisha roof of the truck.
Now, Rose was out there shirtless, and Diddy was right behind him. And with all these baby oil rumors, let's just say the slippery soap has people raising eyebrows. Fans are definitely questioning what was really going on, with one person even commenting, "I would never trust Diddy standing behind me with a can of slippery soap in his hand." I mean, with all this freaky stuff coming out, it's hard not to wonder. And even Tia Kemp, Rick's ex-wife, came out to say that Rick Ross was an active member of Diddy's gay freak-offs, and he took out several people in order to keep his relationship private, and he tried to put a hit on her after she found out.
So we finna clock this tea right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up shit, we finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. It's running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me.
And when Diddy's house got raided by Homeland Security, Tia went on IG Live and accused Rick ran to Miami because he was scared he might be the next to be investigated after Diddy. According to Tia, Diddy has multiple tapes of Rick getting freaky at his parties, and he plans to turn everything over to the feds at the right time.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here. You should have been shut this big mouth hole up. You know it. You know it. Sip your fruit bat. You know what I like. Coconut water hole. Whole one. I'm mad right now. Can't hit me and my baby prom in 2 weeks. I'm finna go let off. Turn that down, man. Turn it down. It's quiet right now. What you quiet for? Nobody want to see your Louis outfits and sneakers. Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent a motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag. But I'm not finna play with you. I'm not. You gonna make me come to the gate, fat. You been in Miami a lot, cause you ain't got no motions. It's slowing down. I heard you, fat. Fucking heard. I'ma get you, Will. I'ma get your. I'ma get Universe. Do your work on that big back. And if you keep sending motherfucking messages round, that's getting back to me. I'ma come over here and tell it all. You be told your to be toe in next. You know what I'm talking about.
Watch how Tory's father storms out and name drops JayZ. A year ago, after they wrongly convicted his son.
And witness the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, JayZ. Yes. You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tall and Alex Buck. They met with our witness, and then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty.
That's right. That's right. They know.
I didn't say anything about money. But no. Everybody else because you know that you can't win. Hey, this is how you do it. You're just lying to yourself and not speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth. You're just lying to yourself.
I like this trash talking.
Okay, ours is the queen of all queens.
Queens of all queens. And yo, check this out. Y'all are playing around. That was horrible. You're different and unique.
We don't need second chances. Y'all on the fourth chance.
Okay, who's up next? Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Coming to the stage is who?
Empress of all empress.
Okay.
Alright, hair and makeup set.
Lip gloss popping. You straight?
Yes, man, sis. This is amazing.
Who won? All night this is going on. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Hey. Hey. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up.
So I was aware of the Diddy cameras around the home, but I never saw them, you see. So his cameras maybe had been a little bit more hidden, but Hugh Hefner's cameras were very, very old school, so you could see them. They were like right there, you know. So when you hear about the allegations and what's happened to these celebrities and them, you know, being in the moment and forgetting there's cameras there and doing the things that they've done, it's very easily done.
First off, every day I wake up, I'm like, I'm glad I ain't puffy.
Right. Oh my God, man.
Damn. Like
he started there.
Jesus. He went from a private jet to a bike. I'm
in Miami, no, for real.
From a private jet to a bike.
Riding that bike.
Nick Cannon got 900 kids and he ain't got $1,000.
So you don't think Diddy's sitting somewhere nervous? You don't think he, you know?
Nah.
You don't think he's losing no sleep behind this?
Nah. Because all this information is not new to law enforcement. Now, maybe Keefe D said something that lets them know he got some evidence at that house. But nigga, even Keefe D said, I wasn't the one that killed Tupac. Orlando was.
And Orlando's not here no more, so.
What witness do you have to place him at the scene and say, yeah, I saw him do this? Suge Knight is saying, man, he ain't the shooter. Suge Knight is a victim of the crime.
For the next 53 seconds, we'll take an in-depth look inside Diddy parties.
Diddy once threw a party on a jet flying around the world. Now, it started on a Tuesday and somehow ended on the previous Sunday. I don't know how he did that.
Now that I'm engaged, I've decided to slow down a little. 3 Diddy parties a week. Maybe 4. Not including the weekends.
Well, I remember one day we went to this Diddy party. Well, what happened? Lil Jon forgot his pimp cup. Yep. He went to Diddy and asked if he had a pimp cup Lil Jon can borrow.
And he had a whole bunch of pimp cups.
He had a pimp set.
It's hard to say which is more off the hook. A Diddy party or a Diddy after party. Or a Diddy after party, which is basically a pre-party for the next Diddy party.
The Diddy party legend continues tonight at 8 p.m.
Man, Diddy been having these parties for years and years. All kind of people been at Diddy parties and after parties. You see how they was bragging about it on the commercial? From baseball players to rappers to female stars. Oh man, it's crazy. If these tapes come out, man, the entertainment business will never be the same. But hey, it's all for the good. Inside the mafia. I'm out.
But according to multiple witnesses, something felt off. Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has long claimed that Biggie's death wasn't a random drive-by shooting.
Wasn't no drive-by. Car was standing there at the corner. We talk about all the time, bruh. The stories they tell, it's not truthful.
Gene and others suggest that Biggie's death was planned and orchestrated. The shooters knew exactly where to be and when to strike. Could Diddy have been involved in the setup? In a separate interview, Gene revealed that Diddy lied to Biggie's mother about not knowing him because he knew that Gene would expose him and reveal what happened on the night of Biggie's death.
He didn't tell Miss Wallace because he knew I wasn't going to lie to Big's mama. He knew I was going to tell Miss Wallace everything that happened.
Gene Deal revealed that Miss Wallace had made inquiries about him with Diddy, but Diddy quickly denied knowing him. Apparently, the hip-hop mogul was afraid that Gene would tell Biggie's mother everything that happened on the night Biggie was unalived. What's more, Gene also revealed that on that fateful night, Biggie's car had been marked with a plethora of stickers. Now, you might think it's a trivial tidbit, but it's a smoking gun. Apparently, these cars were rented, and guess what? It's strictly against policy to slap stickers all over them. But it gets even weirder. Gene Deal dropped another bombshell, alleging that only one group could have possibly tampered with those rides, the street team hired by Bad Boy Records themselves. He insisted that they were the only ones with the golden opportunity and access to plant those incriminating stickers. And guess what? Diddy's car was completely sticker-free, adding a splash of suspicion to the mix.
Because somebody wanted to know, yo, if y'all gonna get big, to go to the car with the stickers on.
While the investigation into Biggie's tragic case unfolded, the head honcho of security let slip a tantalizing hint. He vaguely alluded to some mysterious tasks entrusted to the street team, but he conveniently kept the details under wraps. Now, with this fresh batch of information revealing an inside connection between the culprit and the victim, it seems highly probable that the mole within the street team had a pivotal role in orchestrating the diabolical scheme that separated Biggie's car from Diddy's.
So only one that has an opportunity and only one that could have done that was somebody from the street team.
What's more, Gene Deal dropped a major revelation about Diddy that shook everyone. Despite the growing tension between the East and West Coast rap scenes, Diddy, who was in charge of managing Biggie's career, failed to provide adequate security. This oversight seemed unbelievable, given the circumstances and dangers at the time. Gene also pointed to someone else he believed was working with Puffy to carry out the attack. According to Gene, he personally warned a member of Biggie's crew to avoid Puffy's planned route. This crew member, D-Rock, promised Gene he'd listen and stay away. However, things didn't go as planned, and D-Rock led Biggie to the now infamous after-party at the Peterson Museum, despite his earlier assurances. This unexpected turn of events raised suspicions about whether D-Rock was acting on his own or if someone else was pulling the strings behind the scenes. Gene didn't stop there. He brought up Kirk Burroughs' account, saying Biggie was originally set to fly to London with Kirk. But in an unexpected move, D-Rock convinced Biggie to stay back and attend the Peterson Museum after-party instead. These claims have stirred a lot of controversy, but they haven't led to any legal actions. Gene also revealed a troubling detail. Biggie's security team, consisting of 7 or 8 members, was mostly unarmed. Considering the dangerous climate of the East and West Coast feud, this lack of armed protection raised eyebrows. Why didn't Biggie's team have weapons, especially given his health condition? He couldn't run or defend himself, making it even more essential that his security was top-notch. According to Gene, it was Diddy's orders that left the security team unarmed, adding to the suspicion of negligence. Gene made it clear that in his view, Diddy didn't genuinely care about Biggie. He believed Diddy was more interested in Biggie's talent and the success he could bring to his label. It's a chilling thought that someone responsible for Biggie's career might not have had his best interests at heart. There's another layer to this story that complicates things further. We all remember the feud between the Crips and Snoop Dogg. According to Gene, Biggie started that feud, but Diddy, not one for direct confrontation, took matters into his own hands to remove the problem. It's also worth noting that Biggie was considering leaving Bad Boy Records, which could have threatened Diddy's standing in the music industry. Some speculate that Diddy might have wanted to eliminate the competition to remain at the top. Gene Deal isn't the only one who has spoken out about the suspicious circumstances surrounding Biggie's death. MC Ite, a respected voice in the hip-hop world, has questioned the widely accepted narrative that Biggie's unalivement was a direct result of Tupac Shakur's accusations. MC Ite believes Biggie's death was a premeditated setup rather than a consequence of Tupac's claims. Real sound clip. At the heart of this discussion is Tupac's belief that Biggie knew about the 1994 Quad Studio shooting but didn't warn him. While Tupac never outright accused Biggie of setting him up, he implied that Biggie had knowledge of the attack. According to MC Ite, this accusation set off a chain reaction that ultimately led to Biggie's unalivement. But the question remains, did people really believe that Biggie had set Tupac up? MC Ite and many others find this theory hard to believe. It seems unlikely that Biggie would have stayed silent if he knew about such a serious plot. The rivalry between Death Row and Bad Boy Records, representing the West and East Coasts respectively, was already at its peak. This feud fueled the tension that surrounded both Tupac and Biggie. MC Ite raised an important point. Would Biggie still be alive if this conflict between the two labels hadn't existed? According to him, the rivalry played a significant role in Biggie's death, and the animosity between the two sides overshadowed any direct accusations involving Tupac.
My parents, incredible parents, 3 other brothers, and just a loving, happy family. My dad was the head of psychiatry for Kaiser Permanente, and my mother was just a housewife and raising children, and just remarkable period of my life.
Now, I've always assumed that you were born in Israel because you have like a slight accent when you speak. Have you heard this before?
Yeah, so my parents weren't immigrants because they weren't staying here.
Okay.
So my biological father was coming here just for his education. And my mother worked for the Israeli government. And so when I was born, I went straight back to Israel.
Oh, so you stayed there for a while.
I spent my first 3 years in Petah Tikva.
Okay, and after you graduated, you went to go work for the Bank of Leumi?
Yeah, Bank of Leumi is the National Bank of Israel.
Uh-huh.
My mother got me the job, and it was just when the Shah fell in Iran, and all of the Jewish Persians came straight to Beverly Hills. So we were counting money there.
A lot of money.
And, you know, I was supposed to be a financial analyst, but I ended up counting money, and I think I was making $14,000 a year. I was miserable. It was a horrible existence. But my mother got me the job. I have a college degree, and so I thought that was the responsible thing for me to do.
Now let's circle back to Prince and Diddy. Besides Diddy doing business with Warner and Liar Cohen, the same people Prince tried to warn everyone about, there's another theory floating around about the reason Prince wanted nothing to do with Diddy. So according to some insiders, after Prince learned what Diddy was doing at those freak-offs, he started staging his famous 3121 parties as a response. Prince's 3121 parties were invite-only events where artists could escape the toxic side of the industry and share ideas for their art without label executives meddling. And some believe that these events were Prince's way of offering artists an alternative to those depraved industry parties over at Diddy's house. Prince also kept his distance from Diddy, and there's only one known photo of them together. And this was when they happened to be seated next to each other at the 2007 NBA All-Star Game. Aside from this, Prince kept to himself and stayed far away from Diddy's circle. However, he didn't stay quiet. Allegedly, Prince was constantly warning other artists to avoid those industry parties and encouraging them to stand up to their labels. And this is exactly why so many fans believe his death wasn't an accident. And it's not just the fans. Rumors are going around that Cat Williams will soon sit for another explosive interview a year after his explosive Club Shay appearance, and he allegedly plans to show receipts proving that Prince was taken out by the industry higher-ups. Those same higher-ups who allegedly enabled Diddy in all his depraved crimes. And while these reports haven't been confirmed, people are already excited about what Cat might reveal about Prince. As for Prince's feelings about JayZ and Diddy, fans are saying this is yet another proof that Prince was ahead of the curve, and he tried to warn us about all this stuff that we're now reading about in the headlines. Not only that, but some fans are also pointing out that Prince died just months after that whole situation with Tidal. And the caption on his last post was, "Just when you thought you were safe." But what's your take on Prince and all these theories linking his death to JayZ, Diddy, and the industry higher-ups? Do you think Prince was really deleted for trying to make a positive change in the industry? Drop your comments below, and don't miss out on this next video.
Right now, on our way to Vegas. It's called "What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas." I'm here with this is my new best friend right here.
My new best friend.
Hello.
Rusty Rocket.
Is this for Twitter?
Yeah, yes, also known as Russell Brand, yes.
Email. Rare footage of Puffy admitting what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. When I listen to the video and watch the video, not only is he acting like a fruity pebble, but he's also, it sounds like he's mocking Pac being at the UMC hospital. When you listen carefully, it sounds like he was mocking Pac for being in a hospital for 6 days.
Very, 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 very dear friend of mine. We go way back.
We've got a lot of history from the projects, of course.
Yeah. From back in the day.
Very rough in those days, a lot of bother in the projects, but we've come through it now. Things seem to be working out.
Yeah.
And I'd like to.
Does this feel? It felt a little. I'm sorry.
Liked it.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, I felt some affection. I didn't feel comfortable enough to sort of start embracing you, so I didn't want to be.
Oh no,
I didn't want to overburden you with affection, but I felt that you were in a position to rest an arm on me. I mean, I didn't let it cross over into the area of being physically aroused or anything.
Yeah. None of that.
It was a back door.
None of that. But you know what it is? We're going out on like a date, a straight guy date, like
straight guy date,
to a guy's night, 48 hours.
Puffy, with like
in Russell,
with a normal date between like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women. The best possible result of that date is sex. Now, with our heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen between us?
We can find some women to have sex.
That is a conclusion.
That's a conclusion. But 48 hours in Vegas, you're seeing us at the beginning of the 48 hours. As you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we really, we plan on going to the hospital.
Are you going to chronicle the whole thing?
Yeah. We're going to chronicle the whole thing.
It's going to be chronicled.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm a recovering drug addict.
Yeah, he's a recovering drug addict.
I can't take drugs or anything, or even drink. I can't drink booze.
Yeah, he won't. I don't know what's going to happen in Vegas, to be honest. He's recovering, but
I'm vulnerable.
Vegas. He's vulnerable.
I'm vulnerable in Vegas. This could be it for me. Plus, we're on a plane. There's been no safety announcements. No one said anything about these seatbelts. It's not been mentioned. People are playing very loud music. I'm wearing a hat that I regret. It's a difficult situation. What's going to happen to us?
I don't know. Me personally, you know, if you go to Vegas for 48 hours, somebody doesn't go to the hospital, then it wasn't a success.
It wasn't a success.
Wasn't a success. So
I'm putting myself at your mercy in this situation, Puffy. I'm using every one of your possible names: Sean, Diddy, P, Puffy. I bought these toothpicks because I think I saw you.
Yes.
As a small token, you provided the plane, the tickets, the hotels to the big fight. I provided the toothpicks though.
And the whores.
Well, okay, we've not discussed that, but if, alright, I will try to. I'm not a misogynist. I'm against that kind of language. I like to think of them as damsels.
So this is the beginning. And
will I put this on my
yes, this
Twitter as well?
It's equal access.
Equal access.
Joint venture content.
I provided the toothpicks.
Yeah.
So equal access.
Right then. Stay tuned.
Do stay tuned.
Peace. Rusty Rocket.
Is this for Twitter?
Yeah, yes. Also known as Russell Brand. Yes. Very, 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 very dear friend of mine. We go way back.
We've got a lot of history from the projects, of course.
Yeah. From back in the day.
Very rough in those days, a lot of bother in the projects, but we've come through it now. Things seem to be working out.
And I'd like to, I'd personally...
Does this fit? It felt a little, I'm sorry.
Liked it.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, I felt some affection. I didn't feel comfortable enough to, sort of start embracing you, so I didn't want to be...
Oh, no,
I didn't want to overburden you with affection, but I felt that you were in a position to rest an arm on me. I mean, I didn't let it cross over into the area of being physically aroused or anything.
Yeah, none of that.
It was a bad thought.
None of that. But you know what it is? We're going out on like a date. A straight guy date. Like
straight guy date.
To a guy's night. 48 hours.
Puffy with like a normal date between like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women. The best possible result of that date is sex. Now, with our heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen between us?
We can find some women to have sex.
That is a conclusion.
That's a conclusion. But 48 hours in Vegas, you're seeing us at the beginning of the 48 hours. As you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we really, we plan on going to the hospital.
Are you going to chronicle the whole thing?
Yeah, we're going to chronicle the whole thing,
It's going to be chronicled?
Yeah.
Remember, I'm a recovering drug addict.
Yeah, he's a recovering drug addict.
I can't take drugs or anything, or even drink. I can't drink booze.
Yeah, he won't. I don't know what's going to happen in Vegas, to be honest. He's recovering, but
I'm vulnerable.
Vegas. He's vulnerable.
I'm vulnerable in Vegas. This could be it for me. Plus, we're on a plane. There's been no safety announcements. No one said anything about these seatbelts. It's not been mentioned. People are playing very loud music. I'm wearing a hat that I regret. It's a difficult situation. What's going to happen to us?
I don't know. Me personally, you know, if you go to Vegas for 48 hours, somebody doesn't go to the hospital, then it wasn't a success.
Wasn't a success.
Wasn't a success. So
I'm putting myself at your mercy in this situation, Puffy. I'm using every one of your possible names: Sean, Diddy, P, Puffy. I bought these toothpicks because I think I saw you.
Yes.
As a small token, you provided the plane, the tickets, the hotels to the big fight. I provided the toothpicks though.
And the whores.
Well, okay, we've not discussed that, but if, alright, I will try to. I'm not a misogynist. I'm against that kind of language. I like to think of them as damsels.
So it's Pharrell, you, Puffy, Zip, and a bunch of Southsiders. It's kind of an announcement.
Yeah, that was stupid as hell too, you know.
Actually, here, what was the words? The best you can remember what he says.
Shit, he said he'd give us anything for them dudes there, you know.
Ted?
Yeah, he said it in front of all those people. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
In Anaheim?
Yeah. Whole room full of Crips.
So this is after Jake got killed. So he was on point. He was worried about something happening.
Yeah.
Should got miles off about a bunch of different stuff. So he was scared.
He was scared to death. Yeah.
Okay.
A few months later, at Greenblatt's Deli, Keefe claimed that Puffy Combs furthered the solicitation.
What happened that made it something other than just him frustrated and boasting? Man, I'll give you guys anything. I mean, serious. I want you guys to kill these guys. I mean,
when he told me the greenback.
How's it go? How's the conversation go? I mean, okay, listen, I'll do it, but I need $500,000, or you know, I've got somebody. I mean, we need really specific details regarding that.
Yeah, we wanted $1 million.
You said you walked downstairs. Did he say, come meet me downstairs?
Yeah, he said, come on downstairs.
He tells you, seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, the specific reason he asked you to come downstairs and talk to him was about that thing, not about liquor or anything. It was about that. Okay. You tell him we'll do it for $1 million, and he's like, okay, I'll do it for $1 million.
Yeah.
He agrees. You shake on it or something like that.
Yeah. What happened? Gentleman, he like, man, I'll up there out quick. You know, it's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
Shit, he did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. I shit. $1 million, I think. Yeah. He put 50. You know, shit.
So he brought up them $1 million.
Yeah. Them project dudes will kill your ass for $1,500. You know what I'm saying?
You know, a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen JayZ at his house. I've seen TD Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all.
Girl, Jason was singing like a canary. You know what? He didn't tell one single lie because every single person he named has been to the parties and has been caught in 4K. One of the names that Jason dropped was Chris Brown. And like I said, he has been caught in 4K partying it up with Diddy. I guess we shouldn't be surprised by this because everyone knows that Chris is a hard partier. Interestingly, Chris once told a story of how Diddy allegedly tried to put moves on him when he was only 12 years old.
So it looks like Jaguar Wright might have bitten off a little more than she can chew because she's just gotten on Beyonce's bad side. And she's now claiming that Beyonce has allegedly put out a hit on her and is allegedly trying to unalive her. In case you missed it, Jaguar has been in an overdrive these past couple of weeks, exposing some tantalizing secrets about Beyonce and JayZ. Well, y'all know that Beyonce does not play when it comes to her man. So she's immediately went into defense and took legal action against Jaguar. But Jaguar is now claiming that not only did Beyonce do that, but she's also allegedly hired people to unalive her, to silence her completely. Y'all, the situation is about to get messy because Jaguar did her thing and pulled up with receipts. Now, if we're being honest, we all kind of saw this coming because Jaguar has been running her mouth for a long time. Her comments have been outrageous to say the very least, but fans are convinced that there was a lot of truth to what she's saying. A lot of fans expected her to face multiple lawsuits, slander, defamation, cease and desist orders, essentially the kind of legal action that would make it difficult for her in her life. However, according to her bodyguard, JayZ chose to avoid the legal confrontation. This happened a couple of months ago before her current situation with JayZ's wife, Beyonce. But we'll get into that Beyonce drama in a little bit. According to the bodyguard, JayZ allegedly planned to have Jaguar jumped instead of filing a lawsuit because pursuing a case against her would only draw unwanted attention and raise questions about whether he was trying to silence Jaguar because of her knowledge of sensitive information. JayZ allegedly took it a far more extreme route and attempted to have Jaguar eliminated to keep her quiet. Given her history of exposing celebrities, especially the Carters, this latest development couldn't be all that surprising. Let's not forget that Jaguar was the first to call out both JayZ and Diddy, from Diddy's questionable business practices to his extreme treatment of women. She didn't even hold back in spilling all the details. Well, Jaguar also did her research on JayZ, digging deep into his web of questionable connections within the industry, including his weird friendship with R. Kelly. She even claimed that JayZ allegedly helped cover up some of R. Kelly's more shady activities. And Jaguar started the pot further by suggesting that JayZ might have been aware of R. Kelly's disturbing behavior long before it became public knowledge, but chose to turn a blind eye because of the bro code. Then there was this infamous scandal involving R. Kelly's allegedly falsifying documents to marry Aaliyah when she was just 15, while he was nearly 30. Despite all that controversy, JayZ didn't exactly distance himself from R. Kelly. They continued to collaborate on music and even went on tour together, which raised plenty of eyebrows for obvious reasons.
Working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. Oh. And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
And that was the moment Jaguar spilled all the tea on JayZ. According to her, if we thought Diddy was controversial, JayZ was supposedly 10 times worse.
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years. He's fucking worse.
Well, Jaguar didn't mince words when it came to JayZ's shady business dealings either. At one point, she claimed that JayZ allegedly betrayed his partner Dame Dash by...
Y'all, the streets just dug out some shocking new information about Diddy's adopted daughter, Ava Baroni. And unfortunately, the situation is not looking good for Ava. In 2020, Diddy made a big deal about how he was adopting Ava from off the streets, but she disappeared as soon as she came on the scene, and for a long time, nobody even thought about her. Well, considering the allegations made about Diddy and the things the feds said in their indictment documents against him, fans have every right to worry about Ava and what happened to her. So was Ava another one of Diddy's victims? Let's break this down. It's like Ava Baroni pretty much disappeared from the public eye and nobody realized what was going on. While everyone's focused on his latest scandals, nobody's asking the important question, where did she go? But it looks like the feds might have finally uncovered the truth. Nobody really thought twice about how weird it was for Diddy to randomly adopt a girl. But girl, with what we know now about him, it's enough to make your skin crawl. And we can now see Diddy for what he really is, and let me tell you, it sent alarm bells ringing in our heads.
The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
And with all these new revelations, Jaguar Wright is also back in the spotlight. She recently dropped yet another bombshell during an interview. She claimed that Diddy allegedly sold a freak-off party video on the dark web for a staggering $5